Hi there, this is Susie again, and she is going to talk to you about pruning and also the good effect that you can obtain from your fancy leaf pelargoniums. This particular zonal, which is a Henry Cox one that I have got here in front, even though the leaves are looking pretty, it's now that time of the year here in Australia where fancy leaves will be at their best. They will be showing off their pretty, colorful, multicolored, dual color, three colors, whichever way you like to explain your fancy leaves. They will be on the show. Now in autumn they start to develop the colors, but here in Victoria, same as in South Australia, I suppose in Western Australia and everywhere else in Australia, every state is having a very funny weather. Funny weather means it hasn't really got that cold, which seems to be quite a variation in temperature in every state. Very soon, hopefully, we will be coming into that coldish autumn and also coming into winter where the fancy leaves are at their best right through to November. Here, you can see how big my Henry Cox is, and inside this Henry Cox, as you can see, I have new growth, this sort of leafy growth. If these particular leaves do not get to see the sun, they will not color up as beautiful into its reddish color because the outside leaves, which some of them, as you can see, like this particular leaves here, they need to be removed. These are all spring, mainly spring leaves that is not going to be at their best. So what I have to do is to remove all these old looking leaves, dusty leaves from this particular plant. So what I'm going to do is literally take all these leaves off and start pruning my fancy leaves, because this is not the leaves that I really want to see or being on the show. So what I'll be doing, literally trimming it, and in some cases I will also be tidying up all these branches and cutting them where I can see there is a new shoot coming through, which I would leave them and get rid of the older branches. Like this one, I will cut it off here because I want this new branch to shoot from there. And I will be going through each one of them, removing all these old leaves, crunchy leaves, brown leaves, everything, and open the plant up a bit, because when you open the plant inside, you are giving some room for the other branches to come up and then fill up all this area with new development, new leaves, new branches to make a better show in autumn. Once I have cleaned it up, I will get back to you and show you how I have gone tidying up this particular plant. See you shortly. Hi there, I'm back again here, and as you can see, my plant here, what you saw at the beginning and what you can see now, and I have really been brutal with it. I have been severe with it, so don't be scared cutting them the branches that you do not require, because as you can see, all these branches I have left because I can see the little happenings here, little shoots that are appearing everywhere, even inside. I can see shoots after shoots, and the time when I feed it, give it a good fertilizer to it, they should all start taking off, and by winter I will have this plant full of branches like the ones I have chopped. Now these ones I will be making the cuttings and having lots of Henry Cox in my yard so that I can put it somewhere else. So this is what I have, that's the amount that I have chopped from here, and it does look quite bare. Believe me, when winter comes you will see Henry Cox with its beautiful tri-colors. Give me another month and I will show you how this pot is going in my combo planting. I love combo planting because I get a lot of different textures, different plants, different leaves, different flowers in one pot. As I was saying, how I love chives in my combo planting, and not only while I'm doing gardening, I love picking and eating it while I'm at it, and then I get to see the beautiful flowers, beautiful leaves, two different types of leaves in this particular plant. Having said that, I've also got here the third one, which is a trailing one of this particular ivy variety that I have planted, so that is cascading beautifully at the bottom that I can see here. And you know, don't be scared to give it a really good severe cut when the plant needs it, because I certainly am not scared of chopping it, even though it does look bare. But you know, given another month, they will all start shooting, because half of them in here does not get to see the sun, and they were trying very hard, especially these ones here. They were trying very hard to actually come up and show me all the beautiful leaf colors. So I have really given, as you can see, some of them are now coming into buds, and some of them will start flowering. I'm really pleased the way things are, and as I said, this is what I do. And all the branches that I have chopped off, I put them in the pots and make a lot of cuttings, and I have hundreds of plants, potted plants, to either sell, give away, or to the markets, or people that want them, swap them. Those are the things that I do with my Henry Cox. And I must say, I've had a lot of good luck with my fancy leaves, because I only show them 2 to 3 hours of sun in the afternoon or in the morning. It doesn't really matter what time of the day you show the sun, but it's better to have it first thing in the morning and last thing in the evening to have some sun on them. This just gives the plant the strength, the maturity, and the color development. And other than that, that mainly remains in the shade to have these beautiful leaves that will now start to come in this from autumn, winter, and spring. This will just keep developing the different color leaves right till November, and then with it you will also get to see beautiful flowers with it. And these ones, as you can see, my Ben Franklin here is flowering beautifully, you know, but I grow them for their beautiful leaves more than the flowers, really. Now, feeding. After cutting them, I will be feeding them with my favorite dynamic lifter. I can't talk enough about this particular product. This is my best friend, and I always like to feed my plants. So don't hesitate to feed it with dynamic lifter after chopping it, and give it a good dose, as I am. At least a handful or two in this big pot. And if you don't like using dynamic lifter because it smells quite strong, then you can always use anything like a pulp or fish emulsion or pulp seaweed feed. Everything is organic, so give your plant a good organic feed. And this is also a Yates product that I have got sachets in, and it's a seaweed, eco seaweed, and the directions are right at the back, and it makes, I think it's about 6 liters per sachet, so you can then go around feeding all your pelargoniums with this eco seaweed feed or a seaweed with any organic. Some people like using nitrosol, some like using Osmocote, whatever suits. You know, there is no special guideline what you should be feeding with your pelargonium. What really works for me, it mightn't work for you, because it's all to do with your weather, your temperature, your humidity, amount of sun you get at your place, and of course the soil types that you use. They all have an impact or the factor how then you can grow beautiful pelargoniums, especially the fancy leaves. Fancy leaf does like shade most of the time, and it does also require sun as well. So you have to get that balance right. Once you got your balance right, it will reward you year after year, as it has been rewarding me since I've been on this property for the last 4 years. I haven't had any issues, although I must admit I like using my garden soil in most of my potting mix. I like to mix it my own garden soil, and if I don't get that, then I just use the Rich Grow $3.95 from Bunnings, and that actually is the soil that I use in most of my fancy leaf, with premium quality soil topped up with it. And feed your plants when your plants need it. I don't really have a strict schedule, and I feed them when I see the leaves are not doing so good, or I haven't been getting good colors of the flowers. That's when I start feeding my plants. So, and also I do use NPK, which is same as Osmocote. So I will be feeding my plants with NPK as well, because I do like NPK when I feed them, because NPK is good for the growth of my plants. And I just sprinkle it, as you can see, around about a handful. And then after this, I will water it really thoroughly, and I will keep on watering till the whole pot is soaked with water. And then that's about it, how to look after your pelargoniums, how to trim them, how to make it into a nice bush for your winter and spring show. Thank you for watching my video. Bye for now.